Hey everybody, this is Rachel Roman. I have almost 2,000 reviews as a short-term rental host, and I'm here to tell you about how to get consistent 5-star reviews every time. There's not a whole lot to it. It's actually pretty simple, but it requires a lot of consistency. And so what I've found is that communication is key with your guests. If you are a good communicator, it can go a mile to helping any problems that a guest might encounter. But communication is key from the beginning to the end. You don't want to bug your people because they're on vacation most likely, but you want to give them great communication. And that means welcoming them, making them feel super welcome. They've paid a lot of money to stay with you, so you want them to feel really welcome. You check in with them. Typically what I would do is I send a quick welcome message, and then I check in with them the morning after their first night just to make sure that everything's okay. This is a great opportunity to see if there's anything wrong, and you can jump in and fix it really quickly, okay? Typically then I'll send a message the night before the guest checks out, and I will ask them if they, if they've had a great stay, how everything went, and to let them know just our quick checkout instructions. And then I will just again thank them for choosing us, because at the end of the day, they've got a lot of choices. So we want to let them know that the money that they've spent with us is valuable and that we really appreciate it. So if you're kind of communicating with your guests throughout the stay, they really felt like anything that's gone wrong, hopefully nothing's gone wrong, but that you've really cared about them and wanted to know that they've had a great stay. Then the second thing to getting a great review, you have to have a super duper clean unit. From the bed linens, no lint, no hair, crisp, well-made bed, to a kitchen, no crumbs in the drawer. You really have to, top to bottom, make sure that the unit is so clean. Don't give them one thing to suspect that the unit isn't clean. I go over with my cleaners, I think they probably want to punch me at this point, but I say one stray hair is going to make that guess. If they see it, then everything else is then from that point going to be considered not clean. So making sure from top to bottom that with your cleaning team, I do a ton of cleaning myself when I need to. So I know the pain of that. But once you have a great checklist and you have a really clean unit, that goes a mile for the guest to give you a great review. So always making sure that everything, all those little details are checked and your unit is in perfect shape. And the third thing that I would always say for getting a great review is going above and beyond. Back to the communication piece, I have a lot of guests that ask me, oh, where should I go to dinner? We're coming in for a birthday. I want to have this type of an experience. I have a Rolodex and in my brain of things that I like to do or great places for dinner. If I don't know, I'll usually survey my friends or family and say, hey, I have a guest who's looking for this type of an experience. Make sure that you're providing those great recommendations, because at the end of the day, you're kind of the tour guide for the guest. Now, some guests want to check in and have no conversation with you. That's totally fine. But a lot of these guests are traveling and they've never been to your town or your neighborhood before, and they want to experience some cool things so that when they go home, they can say, hey, I did this awesome thing in your town. So going above and beyond, I've had guests that want to check in early. I have units in multiple unit buildings, and they might be here early. Their flight got in early, and they want to stow their luggage. Well, I make every accommodation to try to do that for them. So that going above and beyond, or offering someone a late checkout. If I don't have someone cleaning, or excuse me, if I don't have someone checking in on the back end of things, I will offer that guest a late checkout. And if they didn't ask for it, it feels like I'm giving them something, an extra value. So I consistently get that feedback, that great communication, super clean. I have some reviews say it's the cleanest Airbnb I've ever stayed in, and that is the biggest compliment that I could receive. And then going above and beyond, we do that, and it rewards us with that 5-star review.